All right. We are live, and I know that we don't need to truly do a minute to win it, but we're gonna do it anyways. So, just wanting to fill each other in here. How are we doing tonight, boys? Comic Book Wednesday.
So good, John. I mean, it feels good. Picked up some books. It was a great time. I do want to give a shout out to just this cover. I don't buy this book at all. I would never buy this book probably.
Yeah.
But this cover, they just like put Jack White on the cover. And I love it so much. This is like the coolest looking DC cover in a long time.
Yeah.
Super stoked on it. Had to pick it up. So, that's my minute to win it, baby.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that cover definitely stood out to me as well. I believe I do also have a copy, so it's in my to read thing. But I am with Tom. I am not collecting that series, so I am not familiar at all.
Yeah, but I actually looked through it. It kind of sucked. The story. It reads. I think Mark Waid's writing it, so it's actually written really well, right? I mean, the guy is like a true pro of our industry, and everything he writes is so smooth. So you get taken in right away, but just it's just like shiny art. That's not really my thing. It's quick pace. That's just definitely not the kind of comics I've been reading lately. Yeah. But goddamn, is that cover is beautiful.
Yeah. Wow! Look at this. Is this like live?
Yeah.
Boom. I got to see him today. He walked in. He was like, "It's Wednesday and I'm here." And I said, "You're awfully CIA'd up." He had his little cord in his ear, and I was like, "Ooh, getting whispers from the administration."
So, we're gonna need to check that. Sergeant America's online right now, and he should be working.
Yeah. I need to get John a Starbucks delivered to Rainbow Comics. All right. Thanks, Mike. Okay. All right. Well, I suppose we should probably open up the show. We got a deep itinerary tonight. It's a heavy week, you guys. We got a lot to chop up. So, without further ado, the best drum roll a guy can get on his poor glass desk. That's probably going to shatter one of these days. Hey, everybody, it's a comic book look. It's your boy, Jon On Demand, a.k.a. Chili Willy, with his Dumpster Fire t-shirt on. It's heating up here in South Dakota, and I couldn't be happier. Joined, of course, by co-CEO Tom Devine. There can only be one. Midwest Highlander, still swinging his blade. And, of course, you guys, joined by an exceptional guest in addition to our show. Let's see, what else? Brother from another mother, often seen on tracks such as Lenticular, featuring your boy, plus Mark. It's your boy, Mark Shelton, a.k.a. the Bacon and Boarding Bad Boy.
How are
you doing tonight?
Doing good. In that Zen-like state. It's New Comic Book Wednesday.
It really is a shrine back there with you. I don't know. Like, I just want to, like, throw coins and then, like, just pray to the comic gods. That's how I feel. It's so orderly and symmetrical in some regard, and I love that. But it's so colorful and vibrant. I don't know. It just makes me happy.
Appreciate it.
So, all right. Well, you guys, we are Comic Book Look, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics, and we're going to chop it up this evening. March 1st. Can't believe we're already in March. Can't believe we're in 2023. Whoa. That's nuts. This July, in 4 months from now, we're going to be hitting our 12-year mark.
Yeah, that's wild.
Whoa.
We're old.
Yeah. So, with that, Tom has done an excellent job, you guys, of preparing the path for us this evening. And so we're going to kick it off actually with a comic book quote. And I hope you're ready for this. Here is a fear for me. I never wanted to be one of those guys that was defined by a body of work 20 years old. This was said by Todd McFarlane back in the day. So Tom had some really good questions. Is he that person? And is that a bad thing?
Yeah, he's afraid to be, he says, he's looking at, all of the guys that are at Marvel at that time that are, hanging on to what they had 20 years ago. Now we are 30 years possibly past the really prime of what maybe Todd McFarlane would be known for, which is Spawn. But is he going to be remembered for other things, or is he still being remembered? Is he still relevant? And then is that a big problem? Being, yes, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby in their later years didn't do the greatest books, but man, Jack Kirby's still Jack Kirby. And even if he is known for what he did 20 years, in the 80s, he wasn't popular because he was famous for all the things he did in the 60s. Well, yeah, but it's still Jack Kirby. And I think that guy is a legend. So if is Todd McFarlane in that place, or has he transcended that? I don't know. What do you guys think?
Yeah. Before we hit it, I just wanted to give a shout out. Tony, you're never late. You're always on time. Thank you for being here. Sergeant, he still thinks another Spawn movie is going to happen.
Yes. Well, I mean, Todd McFarlane announced it on Instagram on the shittiest Instagram post that I've ever seen.
Oh, no.
Graphics wise. So yeah, I mean, I'll pull that up for everybody.
Yeah.
Here as well.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. So these are good questions. Is he that person, and is that a bad thing? So no, you were pinnacle in designing this iconic character, this staple. It is still top table backstock at Rainbow Comics, which means it's a big deal. And every sale we have, people go crazy on those Spawn back issues. So no. I mean, everyone has their thing,
Mm-hmm.
Is he feeling like he wants to just be more diversified and more recognized in addition to Spawn kind of thing, or?
Well, I think there's an argument to be said that he like put out all that big toy line. He got into all these baseball stuff.
Sure.
He made like $100 million doing a bunch of other shit. He has McFarlane Toys is like probably as big as Image,
Sure.
I don't know at some points. So it's like maybe he has transcended that. Maybe he's not. What do you think, Mark?
I was kind of wanting to ask John, like those new comics like King Spawn, Gunslinger Spawn, Spawn Scorch, did they sell at Rainbow?
Yeah. I just made that comment today, actually, that, I mean, not only do the covers continue to impress across all the lines, but we have Spawn fans that are just loyal to the game. Like, they're just like, boom, 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 A, B, covers, Spawn.
Do you find that's just the hardcore fan base he's always had, or are those new people jumping onto Spawn, or is it growing? Or?
Yeah, I think when you live out here and have to contend with the Wendigos and the Ice Wolves and all that crap that we see on the way to work here, I think that demonic books are just kind of a thing. Like, they're almost like the newspaper for us in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, though, there's just a love for Spawn here. It's funny because, to your point, that fandom can vary from community to community. It's nuts. Even between the two rainbows, there's fandoms that are like, dude, this book's not hot at all, and up here we're like, oh my god, we love it, So it's so weird and interesting what drives that. But yeah, up here we got some dedicated people,
and I think a lot of the buyer base came to getting into comics in the late 80s, early 90s. And I think if you were one of those people, like, yeah, fucking Spawn was the coolest shit in the world, and Todd McFarlane was the coolest person ever. So I think Spawn holds strong a lot of different places. I was on those books for a while. I mean, they're really dog shit. They're not good story at all. They're like it's just spinning wheels. Like, is it going to happen? What's going to happen? Do I have enough power? Who has more power? Where are they at? And, so it's like, but more power to Todd McFarlane, who is like the guy behind creator-owned books, but has like 18 people writing his creator-owned books right now that are not himself, and he's not drawing them either. So I don't know. There's a lot to be said, right? He is this guy. He's almost this next level. He's our Stan Lee. He's on the level of Stan Lee, possibly. Image is bigger than ever. He's still the fucking president of Image. He's looming large over our industry, even though I think he's like kind of a crackpot. I think he said that 20 years ago, right? Yeah. He said that quote 20 years. He doesn't want to be known for something they did 20 years ago. And I don't think he is. I think he's still known. I think he's still breaking grounds with all this other shit, all of these new Spawn books.
Yeah.
And, so it's interesting to see, maybe his quote, he was able to succeed even when he, was selling 1 million issues, per comic with Spawn.
At $2.99 still in 2023 too.
Holding it down. That's right.
Love it. Okay. And I did want to show this. Okay. So we're talking Todd McFarlane. He is worth millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars. He definitely has art chops, wouldn't you say? Because he's an amazing artist. Here is the art that he put out to announce his Spawn movie update. Okay. I don't know if you can see that, but it is like just some person who just like drew it on Instagram, and then Spawn update tomorrow. The best part was tomorrow actually no news because the Spawn movie is delayed. And this was posted in October 4th, 2022. So maybe there is a Spawn movie, but I'll tell you what, Todd McFarlane, maybe get somebody in your graphics art department to put together your Instagram post if you're announcing a $1 million movie.
Woo! Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. I can't get behind that one. I don't know.
No, I mean, come on. Any of us could have made that. I mean, I'm sure he was like, hey, movie update, post. It's like, man, maybe you need to have someone check your shit first.
That's amazing. I am truly delighted by that. It's a good conversation though, and I don't know. But mad respect to the Spawn franchise. I just was gushing about that earlier today, just with how the books have been performing, and just how much interest there is in it. So
yeah, no, exactly. He's still relevant, I think.
Yep. All right. Well, we got some news bits here from Comic Culture. So, first talking point, Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen back in the X-Men movie.
They're going to be, the word on the street is that they both signed on to be in the next X-Men movie as, Professor X and Magneto. So, is it going to be a time thing back and forth? I don't know, but, what do you guys think?
It'll be a time thing. Total time thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not mad about it, though. I love the renditions of the characters, personally. So the movies themselves didn't blow me away, but they just seeing them assume those roles made sense to me. So
I think they're the best thing about those movies, hands down.
Yep.
For sure.
I support this.
Cool. What do you think, Mark?
Yeah, I totally love them being in it. And then I don't read a lot of X-Men comics right now, but doesn't like Storm take over the X-Men once like Professor Xavier dies? But now isn't Professor Xavier back in the comics again now or something like that? Yeah. So,
yes to all of that.
Yeah.
Yes to all of that.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Which of the 30 titles would you like me to reference?
Dude, that's all. Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh man, this next one. I'm so glad we're past Valentine's Day. What a downer. Okay. So, Spider-Man, has he been moved to the friend zone? Oh. Marvel ends MJ and Peter's romantic relationship now. They just like each other as friends.
I mean, can you just like each other as friends after, 60 years of being in love, of getting it in? I don't think so.
Why are you gonna call them out like that?
You always remember they'll be like, oh, we're just best friends that like live together and whatever. I guess you always do have to reset. I know Marvel has to reset.
Yeah.
Of course, I assume you're gonna get Gwen Stacy in, or you're gonna get a different love interest. They're trying to open up different avenues for that. But yeah, it's like, yeah, maybe Mary J got put in the friend zone. Actually, probably is what happened.
I don't know.
Peter's with Black Cat right now, maybe in relationship wise. I'm not 100% about that, but
yeah,
I think that might be
Felicia Hardy.
Yeah. See, exactly. So it's like they want to explore these other love interests. But I do think it's funny that it's just like, hey, they're not romantic. Yeah. Yes, they're friends. Yeah. And then one of the quotes from a Marvel guy was like, yeah, it's like they like each other as friends or like siblings. And it's like, yo, don't bring them to siblings because that's weird with their past. They can't like each other like siblings.
Right.
They used to be fucking. And that's what was happening. So, I mean, hey, no, R.I.P. Pete's and MJ's.
Never forget the love.
Yeah, exactly.
So what's interesting? We reviewed. There was a facsimile that dropped last week, where it was like Spidey and oh God, what was this about? The first Punisher, that facsimile that came out, And a part of the scene was talking about MJ, and one of Peter's college professors approached her and said, "Hey, have you seen Peter?" And she's like, "Why would I want to hang out with him? He hasn't been fun since Gwen Stacy died. All I want to do is have fun." Total jerk move.
Damn.
And also, I talked about it with Casey and Trevor on the Saturday night spoilers that we do at Rainbow. And we were all in agreement of, dude, this was totally not the one for you. Like, when you need her the most, MJ's just like, I just want to have fun. And I'm like, wow.
Dude,
so
drop this, anchor.
And that's from like, whenever that issue dropped. So So I don't know, man. I think MJ's got a dark streak to her.
Dude, she's probably been cheating anyway. I'm just kidding, MJ.
Shout out, MJ. I know you're tuned in. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. All
right, what's next on the docket, Johnny?
On the docket, then, like I said, you guys, this is a tough show tonight. I mean, just talking about MJ and Peter endings got me all misty-eyed over here. This next one also does. DC video game new Suicide Squad. What?
I don't know if you guys watch this at all. Or first of all, I'll ask: have you guys ever played any of the Arkham games from
just
Batman?
Like the first one.
Yeah, did you like it back in the day, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm talking like maybe almost a decade ago, maybe or maybe a little less than that.
Maybe Xbox 360 even or PS3 or something like that. That game was awesome.
Yeah.
And this is the same series. It's in that same universe as that one. And yeah, man, I mean, looking at this trailer does not make me want to play this game like at all. It's like, oh my God, all the things I don't want. It seems like you're supposed to be, it's like supposed to be a Destiny thing where you like log in every day. I'm supposed to play with 4 other people. I like single player. I liked that first Batman Arkham game. And if they just kept on making those, they could just make those every 3 years and I'd probably just buy it and play it. But yeah, man, this Suicide game, I don't know what they're doing. It looks bad.
I honestly don't play the games. However, I do watch the cutscenes on YouTube.
That's right. I knew you did that. Yeah.
And I do that mainly with Mortal Kombat because I want to get the story without trying to fail horribly at the button mashing and stuff. But same thing. For me, I love my Final Fantasy. I love turn-based RPGs. So I just don't do superhero games. And that's weird to say because I love superhero culture. But for me, it's just not about that. Oh boy. Celebrity sighting. Chop and Drop is in the building. Happy New Comic Book Day. Yeah. John, Tom, and Mark. Boom.
Oh.
So who gets the thumbs up, the fist bump, and then the hang loose?
Well, it looks like you get the thumbs up. Yeah, you get the thumbs up. I get the fist bump. Mark gets the hang loose. That's sick.
Oh, okay. There you go. Boom. All right. Thank you for checking in with those chops. Taylor, just so you guys know, those comments are Taylor. I told her that when you go through the group, it doesn't show the name for whatever reason, which is really annoying. So she might repost them on my page. I don't know. She's going to recomment, she said. But I'll just post them anyways. Facebook user, Taylor. X-Men makes me so tired. MJ and Peter don't have to be a thing, but I have issues with moving to Black Cat being in love with Peter. Uh-oh.
Peter likes the dark side sometimes, Taylor. You sometimes like what you're not, what's wrong.
They're also making a weird plot line between MJ and Black Cat, making Black Cat have feelings for Peter. Like they can't be friends because of a boy.
Oh, yeah, that actually sucks.
Yeah.
That actually sounds like classic Marvel. So,
yeah.
Not too far off.
There we go. Oh, here we go. Now, there she is. I'm here. I have thoughts and feelings about MJ and Black Cat. You know what, though? Taylor's here. I sent her an invite link, but she's not able to join right now.
It's okay, Taylor. Yeah. We didn't want
Taylor, We tried. But Black Cat only loves Spider-Man.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. Let's end it. I'm you know what? I'm all the way back around. Now I feel like Peter never should have been with MJ. It was a bad decision from the jump. Thank God. Peter's free.
Yeah. It's a free man.
Did some type of Gwen Stacy book come out today though?
Yes.
They might be moving.
What is it?
She coming back of some sort. I didn't pick that book up, but I could have swore I saw something like
Shadow Clones or something like that. Yeah.
So
I saw the cover and decided to put my blinders on. Oh, there we go. Shadow Clones. Yes, Taylor. Taylor, it's a great book. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just a bunch of Spider-Man hater around here, I guess.
I'm not. Well, I mean, I don't know.
We'll that's see. Good.
I'm supporting.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. John Nordstrom Ghost Spider clone something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, that actually is what they should call it. Ghost Spider Clone something or another, you know. How many spin-offs with Gwen Stacy can you have? I mean, Marvel, they're good. Check the
Gwyneth's 6.
Check the Venom miniseries if you want to find out how many stupid titles they can come up with for after.
Gwyneth's 6. That is brilliant. Oh my god. And then John saying comics for life, see for all.
You're damn right, Johnny.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is amazing. I'm everywhere and Spidey is my dude. All right, Chop. Don't let us down.
Yeah, Chop. What do you think about him not having MJ then? Is it good for the story? Are you bored with that shit? Yeah. All right. Anyway, we can get past it.
But seriously, if you guys have any additional goss on the MJ situation, we need it. We are your Hollywood reporters. We're getting the exclusives like we did at Hellfire Gala. So this is if you guys don't stop being mean to Spider-Man, I will cry.
Well,
this is fantastic. All right. Up next, we have a question of the week. And this is for you in the audience as well. And this is a good one. Second prints of comics. Do you pick them up or pay extra for the first printing or pick them both up?
Good question, Johnny. What is it, Mark? Are you a second print guy? Do you pick up that second print?
I definitely prefer to get that first print, but there's some times where I just for whatever reason don't add a certain title to my pull list, and then I end up hearing how great it is, or something like 8 Billion Genies. I think I picked up like a 4th print of that recently. I have not read it yet, but someone sold me on, they told me the premise of it, and they totally sold me on it. I was like, I want to jump onto that. Really don't want to wait for the trade. So, I just got those like 4th printings and 5th printings of like issues 1 through 6. So yeah, I'm cool with getting the second prints just to read the story, because that's what I'm more about. But obviously, if I can get my hands on those first prints, I'll go for that.
Yeah, totally. I think I'm basically with Mark on that question too, John. It's like I will. What if I hear the story's really good and I don't get the first? I really don't care. A second is available, I'll get it. But on the other hand, like let's say the first one is on eBay for $7 or $10. It's not like something wild. I would also just pull the trigger on that, where hey, I just have it. Maybe if there's not a second print, if there is a second print option, I will just take the second print. I won't worry about the first one unless it's like a book that I just like love so much, or I care about so much. And then the second print is fine. I mean, as you guys know, I don't know where any of my comics are anyway, so would it matter if it was a first print or a second print? I'll never remember, and it just goes into the ether.
Oh man.
Oh, John has a great point here. I want to put that one up there. Second printing, third, they have a lower print run. So what does that mean for collectors, right? We're all looking for those low print runs. Low print runs generally mean more value. So that's like sometimes you might want to pick up that second, that third, that fourth. You have them all. You're just a completionist that's going to get it. And I actually understand that. And every once in a while, like if you look down the road 10 years or something like that, the second printing sometimes is in some cases more valuable than the first printing because of that small print.
Before I throw my 2 cents in here, I just wanted to catch up really quick because we're rocking and rolling in the comments. Aaron's checking in with us straight from Minneapolis area. Shout out to Comic Book College. If you're in the area, check out their shop. Amazing crew there. And Aaron's a rock star. So good to see you. Taylor saying literally any version of the book is still the book. Collectors are so weird with printings. And then followed up with only time I really care if the second print has a cool cover option, which is fair. I mean, yeah. And I'll throw my 2 cents in here. First print, obviously I want it as soon as I can get it. If it's a book I'm after, like Dark Avengers, got it. That's over a decade ago, but that's fine.
But you got it right away.
I got it. That's right. I still have the poster right here, immortalizing my team right above here. But when it comes to second prints and stuff like that, I will say that it has saved my bacon so many times when I've missed out on a series and then there's a second printing, I don't even think twice about it. I'm like, I just want the story because that's what I read for. So it mainly is for that. But that's something we talk about at the shop too with those low print runs, and we see that sometimes with collections that we get in the door. So John's always good to kind of point that out. But yeah, it's just kind of fun.
And then I would say, John, I was just gonna say with like when you're going to pick up like these old Marvel horror books, or you're completing these old runs of things that you've done, do you ever care about getting second prints in those instances as well, or do you ever come across that even?
So for a lot of the older stuff, it is what it is for the most part. Some of them probably have second printings, but a lot of it is just, it's more of what condition of the first printing am I getting it in, and what do I truly care? For me, I'm collecting more so for function over feature. So I just want the story for the show that I'm working on coming up. But because this goes all the way back to like the 60s and stuff. For the newer stuff, though, if it's like a Blade from 28 or 2008 or whatever, I don't care what printing it is, as long as I have the story. That's what I'm after.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a good question, though.
Very good.
Love it.
I like it. I like it. Well, moving on along here, we still got some itinerary here. Our personal pick of the week.
Nice. I'll jump us off.
Yeah.
I rocked a little Phantom Road. This is a new book from Jeff Lemire, Gabriel H. Walta, and Jordi Belair. And it's basically a dusty zombie story. So there's a trucker, possibly had like kind of a messed up childhood. He's trying to be on the straight and narrow. Somebody tries to give him drugs, doesn't take him. He's got the crucifix in the window, living that good Christian life. And he gets he stops to help somebody and ends up that he gets sent into this other place with all these dusty zombies. They're like zombies, but they're like dust people or something like that. They can still bleed. And he has to take care of business to kind of set them up. Yep, nice. Exactly, Mark. And I'll tell you what, like Jeff Lemire sometimes does like really heady stuff or does really kind of out there stuff. This was like straightforward. This guy probably had a rough upbringing, making himself to be a good person, and then gets caught in a rough situation. He's going to try to make the right choices. Like, I love that. Like, I love that through and through, from start to end. It was great. It was breezy, even for a zombie tale. It was like it flew right by, and the action was good. But then what was, one of the things that I thought was really, really good is they go to this other place maybe where the zombies are. It's not really explained, but they're in the middle of nowhere, and they have like probably 50 zombies, or 50 of these dusty things are coming towards them. And we could have gotten like a ton of like 4-page filler of them just killing them. But then what happens is it just cuts to them. And you don't see any of that. But I think it almost like worked better for the story, seeing all these other things. We've all been through all of this, and we're almost all zombied out, right? I mean, we got Last of Us going on, which is so good. Walking Dead has been so good. There's just been, since probably like 28 Days Later in our lifetime, we have consistently had zombie stories or zombie media that we've been able to digest. And so at some point that becomes, you wouldn't think that it was going to be good. Turns out it was fucking good, man. So yeah, definitely my pick. Phantom Road #1. Listen to me and Mark. We know what we're talking about. We pick up good books.
I felt like it left a lot unsaid too there at the end, to like just kind of, like you said, like it didn't show what happened exactly, and but it like really drew you in.
And like that jump, I think, was so effective, right? Because you're like, boom, and you're like, oh man, what did happen? And we're not going to be breaking down these little things. We're going to be able to keep on rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
I am laughing at myself. I have literally eyeballed that book so many times today. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just kind of circling around it, just like, I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't know. Dang it. All right. Well, even more reinforcement here for you guys. Phantom Road was my pick this week. Yeah. Straight from Taylor from Lincoln, Nebraska, Rainbow Comics, and John Nordstrom loved Phantom Road. So you get a double whammy right there. Taylor's also lifting up really dug Hollow's Eve. Which
that was a new Hollow's Eve, #1 too, I think. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. Mark picked that up.
Look at that. Look at that. All right, Mark, what's your pick of the week?
I was either going to go Phantom Road or Hollow's Eve, and I wasn't sure if you were going to do Hollow's Eve, so I didn't know. I was going to grab something else, but I'll just go Hollow's Eve right here. I really dug it. I know John has not read it, so I don't want to spoil too much. But just you can basically see that cover right there. That's her superpower set. Is she's been given these magical masks. And if she puts on like the mask of a vampire, she can become a vampire and have like all those powers of a vampire. So I think that's a really cool superhero. Love that concept. Real simple, but loved it.
Heck yeah.
This was the Stormbreakers variant right here.
Is that a Marvel book?
Yeah.
And then, so is this a character that's been around, or is this a new character?
She appeared in Amazing Spider-Man, I think, like last year.
God,
she was in Dark Web. I only read like the first issue of that, and there was too many tie-ins, so I didn't read it.
Yeah,
but
cool.
She was in that too.
Yeah,
and this is only gonna be like 5 issues right here, I believe, like a mini series.
Yeah,
and though this is her first series, independent series. Yeah, there you go. I mean, that's a great pickup, man.
So my honorable mention is the exact same freaking cover. So I adored this cover this morning. So like, before we open, I'm like, go check, see what's on the wall. I didn't even see this. It was hiding. And so later in the day I was out and I'm like, what in the world is this? And the reason why I adore it, you guys, look at all of these vintage Marvel horror character call outs on here. It just makes me so happy. And so I was like, I need this. So I did get that. But my pick of the week is actually different. And I know we were ragging on Spider-Man. I just need to stress that I'm getting this book because of the other group that's in here. And that is the Spider-Man Unforgiven. I'm assuming this is a one-shot. I love this Stormbreaker cover so freaking much. The artwork is just sick on it, and the line work and everything was gorgeous. So about the Unforgiven.
Amazing cover, dude. Amazing cover. I mean, that looks so badass. Yeah. Without color like that too. Wow. Yeah. Really cool.
Yeah. So Unforgiven, I talked to a customer about this. They're a group of vampires that don't like consume human blood. And they evidently were a part of an event previously in the MCU called the Vampire Wars, which I'm like, okay, I need to go learn about that, aka spend $100 or whatever. Figure it out, get all the back stock and all that. I guarantee you I have some of it probably in my collecting of things and stuff, but I just haven't read any of it yet. But I am so interested in getting the history on them to the point I don't even know if I'm going to read this until I get the old stuff first.
Oh no, yes, John, he's got that going on where John is like, oh, what did you say? That's tied to a series that I'll have to dedicate months and years of my life in order to read this one comic. I'm in. Yes, dude. I love it, Johnny.
Hey, comic book journalism is pain. It's beauty.
Right, man. It is.
But I'm just really excited about it. Taylor's agreeing. Oh my God, that book. I don't know where it's gonna go, but it's building something cool, I think. Yeah, I mean, vampires are involved. I'm in. Who needs? Maybe Spider-Man didn't need to be in the book. I don't know.
I'm with you, man. Let's make all Spider-Man books Blade books.
Yeah. I'm just kidding, Taylor. She's not going to talk to me anymore. But I'm really excited about it, though. And there's going to be more of those Unforgiven one-shots coming out, too, in the next couple weeks. So just keep your eye on those shelves. So, yeah. Well, that brings us to the infamous outro. But before... I see that. You see that?
Oh, yes. We upset her.
Whoa. But before we wrap it up, do you guys have anything else from your sides of the world?
I think I've got a horror con I'm going to be going to in April. It's like a tattoo horror con in Nashville. So looking forward to that.
That's amazing.
I can't remember the name of it, but a friend of mine got my ticket for me. So
heck yeah.
We'll be going in April.
Dude, sick. That's going to be awesome. Speaking of tattoos, I just got a tattoo yesterday or 2 days ago on my leg, so it's still kind of wrapped up. But see, I'll see if I can show you.
Yeah.
And then you guys will be able to see what it looks like when it's still wrapped up. But it's like a big guy, and he has a TV for a head. And
sure.
And then the next week, I'll show you guys what it will look like with it when it's not all wrapped up and has all its inky, bloody stuff all over it. But yeah, so yeah, I want to go to that convention with you, Mark.
Yeah, man. Come on down. It's in April.
Oh yeah. I wish.
Take the show on the road. That's right. Oh man. Cool. Well, we're just excited about things to come on the Rainbow calendar, you guys. We got free comic book day coming up in about 2 months from now. So definitely stay tuned for that with the in-store sales that we'll be doing. Hopefully we'll get like a food truck or two. Last year was a lot of fun, and we're just looking forward to having the community all together again. It's a good time. So more to come on that. Yeah, if you guys do come to Rainbow, either Sioux Falls or Lincoln, let us know if you need any books set aside or anything. Start a pull box with us if you haven't already. We do ship as well, so if you're out of state, Mark, and need books from Rainbow, let us know.
First choice.
So yeah, well, that's it from my side of the world. Thank you guys so much for an awesome show tonight, and shout out to everyone in the comments. Holy smokes, it was the 4th of July tonight. That was exciting.
So another great week. Another great week. This week I just drew Mark with an extra big mustache.
That's amazing, man.
Tag and post that.
Yeah, I'll have to make that like my profile picture on every social media.
This is amazing. Well done. All right. Well, wrapping it up here on the socials, you can find us using these handy dandy little name tags we got rocking and rolling here. So on the Twitters, you have Mark C. Shelton 1. Is that also your Insta? Do you have an Insta?
Yeah, but just Mark C. Shelton on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
That's Twitter right there.
And Instagram and Twitter for Tom and I, @Jon On Demand and @Tom Studevine. Definitely check us out. Get familiar. If you're tuning in on any other platform except for Facebook, consider joining our group, A Comic Book Look. We'd love to continue the conversation with you. We are, again, proudly sponsored by Rainbow Comics here in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, as well as Lincoln, Nebraska. Shout out to the team in Lincoln, Nebraska, Taylor and the squad for being awesome. And I guess we'll see you guys next week. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep it comics, and then I'm going to have Mark hit us with the other catchphrase that he had from many moons ago.
Are we talking keep it comics, keep it real? Or are we talking something else? Or?
The other one.
Bagging and boarding is never boring.
Yes. Beautiful. Boom. All right. We'll see you guys next time. See ya.